Welcome to Mr. Brandt's Everyday Math Review. In this lesson, we're going over lesson 6.4, line plots. And a line plot is a type of graph in which data points are represented by an X or another type of mark. For the line plot we're going to do in this video, we're going to use data from the weight of some bluegills that were caught, and that's in pounds. So a fisherman went out fishing, caught 10 bluegills, and you can see their weights listed up here using fractions up at the top. So when we start to make our line plot, we have to make sure that we can fit all of the data on our line plot. So our biggest number is 1.5. Our smallest number is 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and make this go from 0 to 2. And so our 1 will be here in the center. So we need to label our line plot. So this will be weight, and LBS is the abbreviation for pounds. And our title, I'm going to switch the color just to make it a little bit different here. I already kind of have it written up at the top, but weight of bluegills. Weight of bluegills caught. Now I'm going to look to see what is our smallest fraction. So since it's fourths, we need to separate each whole amount into fourths. And on your home link, you are asked to label each tick mark, I'm going to call it. And so let's go ahead and label that. So this will be 1/4. This will be 1/2. This will be 3/4. One's already done. 1 and 1/4. 1 and 1/2. 1 and 3/4. And then 2. So let's go ahead and plot our data. So our first one, we're going to put an X above 1 and 1/4. And I like to cross that off, not scribble it out, just cross it off. Maybe so you could see it, you could even put a dot next to it just so that you remember that you've already recorded that one. So 1 and 1/4, 3/4, 1/2, 1/4, 1.5, another 1/4, 1/2, another 1/2 pound, 1 whole pound, and then our last one is 3/4. So you can see by looking at the graph kind of the range of the weights of the fish a little bit better than just by looking at the numbers. We can see that 1/2, the half pound, he caught more half-pound fish than he caught other fish. Let's say that he wanted, you were asked to find out the total weight of the pounds less, or excuse me, the total weight of the fish less than 1 pound. So by looking at our data here, we could have 1/4 and 1/4. There's 3 halves. So we could write it out like this to add it up. Now we could definitely add it up. That's a lot though. So we could rewrite it. There were 2 1/4s, so that would be 2/4. There were 3 halves, so we could write that as 3 halves. And there were 2 3/4s, so that would be 6/4. It's kind of a little bit easier to keep track of. In order to add, we have to find a common denominator. And I know that the multiples of 2, 4, so I could use fourths for my common denominator. So this isn't going to, 2 fourths won't change. 3 halves, if we multiply that by 2 over 2, that will give us 6 fourths. And then 6 fourths here doesn't change. So 2 fourths plus 6 fourths is 8 fourths. Plus 6 fourths is 14 fourths. So there are 14 fourths pounds of bluegills caught that were less than a pound. We could leave it as 14 fourths, or we could turn into an improper, or we could turn into a mixed number, kind of run it out of space here. I'm going to switch colors so we can see it a little bit better. I'm going to do that up at the top. So 14 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. So we'd have a remainder of 2. So 14 fourths is the same as 3 becomes our whole number. Our remainder is our numerator, and then our denominator doesn't change. So 14 fourths is the same as 3 and 2 fourths. We could even write 3 and a half. Okay. So on your home link, they're going to ask you to do some math, or some adding, subtracting along with that. There is not practice problems on this home link, but the last question that you're asked to do is some well, you're going to have to do some fraction subtraction. And so I want to do a quick example of that. And the example I'm going to do is 5 1/3 subtract 1 4/9. Just a reminder for this. So again, we have to start by finding a common denominator, and I like to use multiples for that. So I'm going to start 3, 6, 9, and I can go ahead and stop there because 9 is going to be my common denominator. So my bottom fraction doesn't have to change, because if it's 9 and 9, this has to be 4 and 4. For the top part here, 3 times 3 is 9. So I have to do 1 times 3. 1 times 3 is 3. So we have 3/9, subtract 4/9. I can't do that and get a positive answer. So I have to borrow from the 5. I have to take the 1 that I just used from the 5, and I have to add it to this side in the form of a fraction. My denominator is 9, so I have to add 9/9 to the 3/9. 3/9 plus 9/9 is 12/9. From that, I can subtract the 4/9. 12/9 subtract 4/9 is 8/9. Then 4 subtract 1 is 3. I'm going to put that right under the whole number here. Then I can combine the 3 and the 8/9, and I get 3 8/9. And that is a quick review on line plots. So our next video is also going to be about line plots. So see you then.